So today we're going to dive into this really powerful thought experiment. It's all about one of history's greatest minds, Nikola Tesla, confronting a future he literally helped create, but a future he just doesn't recognize anymore. The story is called Tesla's Unfinished Symphony, A Future Unplugged. All right, let's set the scene. You got to picture this. It's 1943. Nikola Tesla is in his lab, holed up in the New Yorker hotel. The only thing you can hear is that steady, familiar hum of alternating current. The world outside is tearing itself apart in a massive war, and Tesla, well, he feels like he's at the end of his rope.
Man, that quote, it just perfectly captures the tragedy of his later years, doesn't it? I mean, his incredible dreams of free, wireless energy for absolutely everyone, they were just buried under a mountain of forgotten patents and investors who'd long since walked away. He was a true visionary, just completely out of step with his time.
So, with his back against the wall, what's a genius to do? Well, Tesla decides to make one last, unbelievably desperate attempt to finally make his vision a reality.
And this context is so important. This is not the triumphant inventor we all have in our heads. No, this is a man who feels like his entire life's work has been a failure, surrounded by the chaos of war and the rubble of his own ambitions.
So, with what little hope he has left, he turns to his final creation, this thing called an electromagnetic resonator. Now, this wasn't just some machine. To him, it was a key designed to tap into the planet's own natural energy field. He flips the switch, there's a blinding flash of light, a sudden deafening silence, and then nothing.
But when Tesla opens his eyes, the world has changed in ways that, even he could never have possibly imagined.
He finds himself lying on this cold, polished surface. That familiar hum of electricity is totally gone, replaced by this strange, sterile silence. And he's surrounded by these sleek, silent metal chariots. They look like nothing he's ever seen. It's just a shocking, totally disorienting new world.
And then, bam, the moment that flips everything on its head. A young woman walks up to him and says this. Can you imagine his shock? His name, Tesla, isn't on some grand tower broadcasting free energy to the world. Nope, it's stamped in shiny silver letters on a luxury product.
And this right here, this is the absolute heart of the conflict. On one side, you have his dream, this radical, incredible vision of energy as a free, universal right for every single person. And on the other side, his modern legacy, a brilliant, sure, but a totally commercialized, high-performance car. The gap between those two things is just massive.
As Tesla starts exploring this new world, he sees the same paradox everywhere he looks. The internet, a tool that could literally give all of human knowledge to everyone for free, has kind of become this battlefield for advertisements. Smartphones, these devices that are supposed to connect us, so often just trap us in our own little digital bubbles. The potential is there, but it feels like it's been bottled up and sold.
Okay, so all of this leads to this one pivotal showdown, a moment where the original inventor meets the modern CEO, and you see two completely different eras of innovation just collide.
The CEO of Tesla Motors, a charismatic guy named Arthur Vance, proudly shows Tesla their crowning achievement, a super advanced battery pack. And Vance, he's all about the passion and the metrics, right? He's talking efficiency, energy density, market value. To him, this is progress. But to Tesla, it just looks like a beautiful cage for electricity. And with the quiet power of a man who has seen a totally different future, Tesla asks this absolutely devastating question. It just slices right through all the corporate jargon, and it hits right at the heart of their entire business. He's not asking about technology, he's asking about purpose, about the why. And Vance's response? Well, it tells you everything you need to know. It's cold, it's pragmatic, and it's kind of dismissive. He's basically saying, your dreams are nice, old man, but our products are real. We sell things. In that single moment, Tesla realizes this system, it doesn't have a soul that you can appeal to.
So that exchange, it really just lays bare the philosophical divide at the core of this whole story. It's that timeless battle, isn't it? The battle between pure, unadulterated idealism and cold, hard, pragmatic reality. So what happens after that day? Well, the company's real doors, they close to him. They give him this fancy but totally empty title. He becomes a mascot, a friendly face for the cameras. But his challenging ideas, they're locked out of the boardroom for good. He's become a symbol, but his voice is completely gone.
Now, this whole debate is framed perfectly by another character, a senior engineer named Dr. Elena Petrov. She really admires Tesla, but she thinks his idealism is just impractical. Her argument is, you wanted to give everyone an ocean, but we're at least teaching people how to dig wells. What a powerful way to put it. It's the central question, right? Is progress one giant revolutionary leap, or is it a series of small, practical, achievable steps?
Faced with this new reality, Tesla has a choice to make. Does he fight for a legacy that isn't really his anymore? Or does he find a brand new path forward?
And his choice, well, it's profound. He walks away. He leaves the luxury suite, the fancy title, all the fame and fortune. He chooses to just disappear into the anonymity of this future that he finds so strange and contradictory.
And this is his big realization. He finally accepts that the name Tesla has taken on a life of its own. It belongs to the market now. But his ideas, that raw, brilliant, untamed spark of pure invention, yeah, that still belongs to him.
The final image we're left with is just perfect. It's Tesla, sitting at a simple table in a public library, just sketching furiously in an old notebook. He's not trying to reclaim his past legacy anymore. He's busy creating a new one. He's shed the skin of being a symbol and has gone back to what he always was, a creator, an inventor.
Which leaves us with this final, big question to chew on. It's the debate between Tesla and Vance, between the dream and the reality. And it's a debate that plays out every single day in labs and boardrooms all over the world. So I'll ask you, should genius serve that grand, sweeping vision for all of humanity? Or should it serve the tangible, sellable products of the market? It's definitely something to think about.